Good day everyone, this is Frost and this is Frost Moto. First, thank you God for allowing this to happen, and second, Ma'am Sachi, thank you for allowing me to borrow and review your bike. So before we begin, you know what to do. If you're on motorcycle, push the subscribe button, and if you're on updates, push the notification bell. And promotion. I'm gonna take this liberty to promote our business. So introducing the present convertible backpack, the ultimate fusion of versatility, durability, and security. Crafted from the premium Cordura fabric, the same with the branded backpacks. So what you can see here, it has a laptop sleeve that can fit up to 16-inch gaming laptop, and it has two pockets inside to put your belongings. Plus two exterior pockets that you can put your essential just by a reach, and one big spacious pocket in front. So also in the side, we have a water bottle, so you can put your water bottle there, and plus a trolley strap. So the backpack strap are also padded. Also for the back, it is also padded. So the strap here is adjustable. It can be a messenger backpack or messenger bag or a tote bag. So it is also removable, so you can hide it so you don't have any chichi-burichis. Thus, whether you're commuting, traveling, or gaming on the go, the present convertible backpacks designed to adapt to your lifestyle. Built tough, made for you. So we also have different colors. So I'm gonna put the link in the description for you to check it out. So let's have a sound check. Stock muffler. And what we have here is the Harley-Davidson Nightsteer 975cc. So it has another version which is the T. So this is the standard version which is 799,000 to 819,000. And it has a different special edition which is 835,000 to 855,000. It depends on the color. So one nice thing about this one, I mean, the only thing that I don't like about this one, it is the panel is actually open. So might as well in the future they might cover it up to protect the elegant look and expensive look of the Harley-Davidson's lineup. The Harley-Davidson Nightsteer 975, the most affordable way to own a brand new Harley. But why is it the cheapest entry-level bike? First, it's built for new riders and budget-conscious buyers. Unlike the classic big V-twin cruisers, the Nightsteers features a smaller, more compact classic and modern Revolution Max 975T engine, which means it's lighter, more nimble, and easier to handle. Second, Harley ditched the traditional steel frame and made the engine a stressed member, reducing weight and manufacturing costs. Plus, the bike comes with fewer high-end components compared to premium models, keeping the price lower. Now, here's the twist. Harley-Davidson is known for their air-cooled and oil-cooled engines, especially in their larger displacement bikes. But for this one, they made it liquid-cooled at 975cc. A lot of people complain that this move takes away the brand's authenticity, arguing that Harley made it liquid-cooled only to meet global emissions regulations. So love it or hate it, the Nightsteer is a new chapter for Harley-Davidson. What do you think? Please comment about this one. And just an add-on, if you have a choice or me, go for the Sportster Iron. It is far more better, less maintenance, and much more durable compared with the Revo engines or the new engines of the Harley-Davidson. So it's just my opinion. Actually, it still depends on your money. And now let's go for the specifications. So what you can see here is a big V-twin engine. So it is a 975cc, 2-cylinder, 60-degree V-twin, liquid-cooled, 4-stroke, 4 valves, dual overhead cam, and a 6-speed transmission. As you can see here, it's not very much like the traditional Harley-Davidson because it is a liquid cooled. So it added more maintenance, it adds more weight, and it adds more complication compared with the genuine air-cooled and liquid-cooled. So that's the reason. So for the bore and stroke, it is 97 by 66 millimeter. That gives you a max power of 66 kW at 7,500 RPM. That produces a max torque of 95 Newton meter at 5,000 RPM. And the compression ratio is 12:1:0. And because of the global emission, the Revo redesigned everything. So the battery is under the radiator. So it is very much different with the other Harleys. Second is, the fuel tank is actually not in the tank, but in the bottom of the seat, which is in the front is just a decoy or a design. So that's the reason why a lot of people also hate it. So let's check what is inside the seat. So again, I'm just gonna add, the pillion is actually aftermarket. It's not from the Harley. So what you can see here is surprise. So that's the opening of the fuel. So the tank is actually in the bottom. Actually, it resembles like the Buell. If you remember the Buell Harley Davidson, the tank is actually inside the chassis. And for the other specs, so let's go for the tires. For the front, it is actually 100 by 90 by 19 inch. Stock tire is Dunlop. It's actually very good. And for its front brake, it is 292 millimeter 4-piston Brembo. So yes, that makes it more expensive. For the rear tires, it is actually 150 by 80 by 16. It is 16 because it is a cruiser type. And for the rear brake, it is 292 millimeter single piston steel Brembo. And just for the added curiosity, the suspension in the rear is actually dual outboard rear shocks. The brand is Showa. So that's a very good, genuine hard suspension. In the front, it is a 41 millimeter Showa with a preload adjuster. So that's a standard version, especially in their entry level bike for that price point. So for the other details, let's check it out. And also, it has an auto cancel turning indicator. I mean, I don't know the exact name or word, but when you turn, it automatically turn off. So you can see here the high beam and the light. So the clutch is actually very light, especially for this one. Harley Davidson are known for their hard clutch. So on the right, what you can see here is very understandable. Hazard. That's how you turn on the engine. Push button. So it's very understandable. In the front, we have a 102 millimeter LCD display. So everything can be seen, especially in daytime. So no worries. So that's for the riding modes. It has actually 3: road, rain, and sport. So the sport of this one is actually very good. The torque is very monster-like. So we have an LED light, and then I don't know if it's an LED turning indicators, but for me, what I see is it resembles an LED. So it has an hazard. So that's actually good. And just an add-on for the features, it has riding modes, like I said, ABS, traction control, and a new technology that they said it has a drag torque slip control system. It reduces excessive rear wheel slip. So it helps you, especially if you're a beginner rider, it can be considered as a safety feature. And if you're wondering where's the ABS, that is actually the ABS. So Harley Davidson uses a different kind of technology, which is far more, which is different from the traditional disc brake or the traditional ABS figure. And I forgot also, the fuel capacity is 11.7 liters and it consumes around 20 to 22 kpl. So what we see here is actually the Revo design. The exhaust is actually opposite because it's a V-twin. And so I'm just gonna repeat myself. So the reason why a lot of people does not like the liquid cooled, especially if you had an option, because the liquid cooled is added weight, added maintenance, and it complicates more the motorcycle. So this one is actually made in Thailand, but it does not mean that it's not a good quality like the genuine one. So I guess that's it, guys. So let's go for its dimensions and test drive. So let's go for its dimensions. So again, I am 5'11". And actually, one nice thing about the Night Steer is it's a user-friendly, especially if you're not blessed in height or if you're a female rider also, because the owner or the rider of this one is a female. So again, the seat height is 688 millimeters. Her weight is 221 kilogram, which is much lighter to its weight. And for its ground clearance is actually 110 millimeter. But the owner already lowered it, so the ground clearance is already compromised. So, but still, it does not matter if you know how to use your bike. And also, you need to adjust your bike on your own riding preference. So don't listen to people if they say that it's gonna compromise the riding style of the bike, so on and so forth. You're gonna focus on your comfortably on how you use the bike or ride the bike, because it's all up to the rider. It's not about the bike, especially if you paid a lot of money. So I guess that's it for the dimension. So this is what it looks like if you're 5'11". If you're 5'5", 5'1", you can actually use this one. And this is the cheapest entry level of the Harley Davidson's lineup. Okay, so let's have a test drive. Yeah. Alright, so let's do this. So before we roll out, let's change it to this sports mode, just to feel the power of its torque, because the Nightster is actually known for its torquey engine. So let's try and check it out. So let's go. And this is not my first time actually using this one. I've been using this for a couple of times. So this is gonna be a short ride, and this is gonna be just a turn in the corner because we just have a little bit of time. So for the handlebar, it is actually comfortable for the standard version. So this is standard, if you're wondering. But you can actually change it if you want to an aftermarket. But for this one, for me, it's not comfortable because the distance of my reach is actually a little bit shorter. The rider of this one is actually a lady rider. So maybe it's just the reason. But anyway, let's go back to the bike because this is not mine. Let's go for other details. What I feel and experience about this one. So again, if you're wondering if this is my first time using this one, this is my a couple of times already, and I have already used a lot of Harley Davidson bikes, so I have a little bit of experience. So I'm just gonna, some of these points are going to be repeated because some people forward the video, so I just want to include it. So if you're still watching from beginning to end, or from beginning at this point, thank you so much. So please subscribe and push the notification bell and share it with your friends to support this channel. The Harley Davidson Nightster 975, it's a modern, it's controversial, and it's unlike any Sportster before it. But does it deserve a place in the Harley lineup? Or did they stray too far from these roots? From their roots? Let's take a deep dive inside and out so you know exactly what this bike is all about. First, the heart of the Nightster, the Revolution Max 975T engine. It's a liquid-cooled 60-degree V-twin that produces a max power of 66 kW and a max torque of 95 Nm, which makes this one very famous for its torquey engine within 5,000 RPM, which is actually very nice. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Liquid cooling. Harley pursuits weren't happy, or Harley diehard fans. For years, Harley Davidson was known for air-cooled big twin rumble, but times are changing. Global emissions regulation forced Harley to adapt, and honestly, this engine is a beast. For its torque, it revs higher, runs cooler, and delivers instant throttle response. But again, if you're going to ask me, I will still choose the traditional Harley Davidson, which is the air-cooled and oil-cooled engine, because it is much more genuine, less maintenance, less things to tinker. But is it true? Sportster, let's talk about the design. The Nightster looks aggressive with a low stance and a chopped rear fender and an exposed frame that double as a design element. But there's a fun fact: the fuel tank isn't actually a tank. So like I said earlier, it's a decoy. So a lot of people also complain about that one. The tank is actually an airbox. So a lot of people question if it's a real tank. Again, it's an airbox. The tank is under the seat. So if you watch the review, you can actually see the details. So why better weight distribution? By placing the gas lower in the frame, Harley improved handling, making the Nightster feel lighter and more agile than its predecessor. But again, this is still unnecessary if you're going to ask me. That brings us to the ride itself. Compared to the classic Harleys, the Nightster is shockingly light, just 221 kg. Combined with a low ground clearance of 110 mm, and you get a bike that's incredibly easy to handle even for new riders. Like I said, this bike is for the entry-level riders of the if you want to use Harley Davidson, you didn't need to go to their displacement first. You can try their lower entry-level bike, and it is especially the cheapest. That's also the reason why a lot of night steer user are lady riders. But there's the trade-off. Gun is the low-end of the traditional air-cooled sports steer. Instead, you get more refined rev, happy power band. Some riders love it, others not so much. So again, hate it or love it, it actually depends on the person buying the bike. So who is this bike for? If you're looking for raw traditional Harley experience, like I said for many times, this bike might not be for you. But if you want modern, lighter, and more responsive cruiser, like I said, the Night Steer is actually known for its torque. Then the Night Steer could be your perfect match if you're an torquey lover. So one thing's for sure, the Night Steer gets people talking, yes. But again, the old rider, genuine rider, don't love or don't think the Night Steer as a genuine Harley. So again, guys, what do you think? Is the Night Steer the future of Harley, or did they miss the mark? So again, please comment down if you want to share your opinion for people who are also looking or searching details for the pros and cons for the Night Steer. So if you love the video, push the subscribe button, and if you want updates, push the notification bell. So follow me in my Facebook page. And again, if you're interested for the backpack, I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's water resistant, abrasion proof, and wear and tear. So again, I guess that's it. So if you love this review, push the subscribe button, and if you updates, push the notification bell. So enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much.